In early May, the Baltic countries, along with Finland, accused Russia of jamming the GPS system, which led to the cancellation of a number of flights. According to the Financial Times, intelligence services of European countries are sounding the alarm on potential acts of sabotage planned by the Kremlin. Similar incidents have already been recorded in Poland, Sweden, the Czech Republic, Estonia, France, Germany and the UK.
The Kremlin's also been intensifying its hybrid attacks against frontline states, NATO members, setting fire and sabotaging supply warehouses, disregarding sea borders and demarcations in the Baltics, mounting more and more cyber attacks, continuing to spread disinformation.
Among such disinformation, the work of the Russian State Fund for Support and Protection of the Rights of Compatriots is highlighted. The fund operates in 48 European and other countries, writes The Guardian. Due to the leak of documents, the publication learned that this organization is engaged in disseminating Kremlin propaganda. The State Foundation funds propaganda sites aimed at Europeans. In particular, millions of euros have been spent on financing propaganda and legal campaigns.
The obvious conclusion is that there has been a real stepping up of Russian activity. One cannot tell if that's a reflection of the fact that the Russians are throwing more resources at it, whether they are being more sloppy and getting caught, or whether Western counterintelligence has simply become better at detecting and stopping it. Whatever it is, though, there is a lot of going on. Kaya Giles, Senior Consultant Fellow at Chatham House, in a comment to the Financial Times.
Western governments are preparing a response to the growing Russian hybrid threat, writes the Financial Times. This is a three-step process that consists of recognizing and disrupting hybrid attacks, strengthening critical infrastructure, cyber defense and media literacy, and finally application of retaliatory measures. According to the publication, the last stage is the most difficult since it requires a deterrent strategy so as not to use the unethical or illegal means that the Russian Federation uses.
The Russian Federation has been carrying out such cyber attacks within the framework of hybrid wars for several decades now, and their level is constantly growing through third, fourth, fifth countries, and in general through remote servers that can be somewhere in Oceania or at the North Pole, for example.
Western countries are considering two potential responses to Russian hybrid threats. This is a restriction on travel for Russian diplomats outside the state in which they are accredited, or an information campaign within Russia. It would remind the Russian audience of the daily cost of the war against Ukraine.
If you are an average Russian, not a day should go by when you are not reminded of the huge number of casualties that Russian troops have suffered. Elliot Cohen, employee at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, in a comment to the Financial Times.
According to Article 4 of the NATO Charter, activation of its regulations can occur in the event of any threat to the security of one of its members from the outside. In such cases, the alliance consults with members to develop a common approach to responding to hostile actions. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Nikita Skoblikov, UATV News.